Hey, welcome back to Mahakam in Thronebreaker. We're still on our way to Devil's Abyss. But first, well, last time we went through the Black Brook Vale, solved that mystery. Well, Barnabas did anyway.
The rumours Gabor had overheard were true. Scouts returned with news of a cavern at whose mouth lay rotted logs, an indication that something of great weight may have been rolled inside. Chests full of gold, for instance. Then again, paw tracks clearly showed some beasts had made the cave their home.
Right. Decision time. Enter or scramble back down,
said Gascon, rubbing his hands together for warmth.
Please hurry. This frost is downright biting.
Of course we're going in.
We've scaled this high. Foolish we'd be to descend empty-handed. Fall in behind me!
The Queen took the fore, sword in one hand, torch in the other. The flickering flame's glow illuminated the cave's interior, casting long shadows. Meve was certain some horror would leap at her at any moment. And she was not at all wrong.
Okay. What else might these forgotten inaccessible caverns hold? A magical rune-imbued weapon forged centuries past? Sapphires, rubies, and topaz carved and polished by long-dead dwarven jewelers? Perhaps immeasurable mountains of gold, to find out the Lyrians had only to slay the monsters that dwelled their depth. Eliminate the crazed Shelmar. Okay, special rules and a shortened battle. Okay. Let's see what we've got here then. Let's have a look at the battlefield first, see what we can do. Whenever an ally is destroyed, reduce this unit's timer by 1. Then play a random unit from your deck and damage it by 2. If this unit's timer ends, Meve wins the battle. Okay, so I guess that's going to be a card, isn't it? Hey, look at that tree. How cool is that? Awesome. Okay, so let's focus here. So there's our Onager. Straight off the bat, he's in. The Pathfinder is also there. I'm not sure we're going to get any... Ooh, nice. There it is. Pitfall Trap Plus. Not sure we're going to get any weather effects in this one. Let's get rid of the War Wagon. Another Pathfinder. Gabor I like. That I like. These are kind of similar. I'm thinking I'm going to change the Zoria Runestone soon, you know. Yeah, I can give us some good stuff. Do we need 3 of those? Let's try one more. Oh, okay, guess we'll have 3 of those.
Follow me! Together now!
Still not.
Anyone here struggle with strong reservations when entering monster-infested pits? Asking for a friend.
I like Barnabas. Yeah, I don't really get this one yet, actually, because he's not a card on the field, is he? Anyway, let's do these as usual at the beginning.
This could hurt.
What do you want of me?
Then we'll get our Pitfall Trap on the back row. And then, are we going to destroy this one? On every turn start summoning a deck from your deck or boost self by 1. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that because I'd rather stop that in its tracks if we can. Why is that getting... Oh, is that because of this? But I don't know, where's its counter though? Oh, it's up here, that's the counter, 18, okay. He's damaging his own things. Every 3 turns on turn start, randomly damage enemies by a portion of the Shelmar's current armor. Armor 6. This is 3. Ah, it's because of the Pitfall Trap. Right. Okie dokie. Let's get the Mahakam Ale out nice and early. Get that on the go as well. Ah, hello, Knickers. And that's all we can really do at the moment. Can do is doing some damage now. So let's get a Slinger out.
Bigger they are, easier they are to touch.
And we'll move, yeah, we'll do that straight away. We'll move these 2 and we'll just, well, move one of them. And then I guess we're going to have to end turn. That row's going to be full up now, isn't it? Yeah. is starting to get a little bit more interesting. That could be a good one. Damage all enemies by 4, then damage all damaged enemies by 4, then damage all enemies by 2. Yeah, not destroying too many of our allies here. So I've got Muse ability as well, so it might be good to get that Arbalest out. Or no, I'm going to use the Northern Wind. That's pretty nice. That's awesome. Just destroying them straight away. Is this still my go? What's going on here? Damage to enemy by 5 if it was destroyed. Ooh. Play Biting Frost on the row. You know what? I'm gonna go a bit all out here, so I want to destroy that. Do a bit more there. Oh boy. Okay. Consume an ally and damage an enemy by its power. Let's do this now. Let's take out a load of those neckers. Not all of them, ideally. I would prefer it been. What? I'm not really certain why it's. Whenever an ally is destroyed, this unit's timed by 1. Okay, so I've just got to destroy 2 more. Okay, I think we're. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, so we need to take out 2 more, which I think I can do now, actually. Why do we do that? We'll move you, and you. That should do it.
Treasure trove ought to be close now. Come on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to kill about 20 cards, but so many neckers,
As
it's not
soon
too
as the
difficult.
last had fallen, the Lyrians took to seeking out the treasure. Soldiers dispersed throughout the caverns in a rush, penetrating every last corner. Finally, one called out.
Got it! Got the treasure right here! Treasure! Shiny stuff!
A number of steel-reinforced chests lay up against the cavern wall. Neve blew the dust from the lid of one and lifted it with some difficulty. She had hoped for gold and jewels, bars of Mahakaman steel at the least. Instead, she saw thousands of time-tarnished copper coins with a hole through their center.
What's this bloody crap? Tokens of some sort?
Aye, that's right. Holy Goldens, we call them. Currency in Mahakam. Get our wages in them. Use them to cop victuals and hooch.
What of arms, armour, tools?
Nah, all that's given to us. Clan provides it. Is that what you need? Weapons? Oh, feel the Egypt now. Brought you here for no reason.
Get
Okay,
these
Gabble.
tokens. They can be exchanged for other coin, can they not? Temerian orans or Novigrad crowns?
Aye, doable in theory, but not at all clever. Rates are crap. See, the elders keep 'em low to make life difficult for dwarven folk. Discourage 'em from leaving Mahakam.
So, why is one yellow and one white? So, what am I supposed to do with these,
So how can
Gabble?
these tokens serve me?
We must trade them. Even should we get a pittance, it will be something. The soldiers demand their pay.
Ach, your bums out the windy. Fighting men want full dixies and tankards of hooch. Coins but a means to that end.
What do you suggest then?
As I've been saying, the tokens we use to purchase nourishment and mead, and what you've got in those chests, why, that'll do to fund a feast the likes of which Mahakam's not seen since Brewer was sworn in as Elder-in-Chief. The fighting men'll eat and drink their fill, carouse about and forget their due and pay right quick. And invite the locals to feast with you, and the clans'll look kinder on you too.
I like it. Yeah, let's throw a feast.
Caution be damned.
Your Grace, I feel obliged to remind you we are at war
Reynard.
with Nilfgaard, and
I
every
know.
copper.
Should go to building our army, I know.
This is building
But we
our
lived
army.
but once, Reynard.
Building our morale.
Sir Gabor, Take the tokens, and arrange me a feast so grand that Ebdahi himself shall hear us revel.
As Meave's force could not possibly fit in a tavern, the feast laid out in a storehouse. Crates arranged in rows served as tables and benches, while the windows were festooned with lion's foot and passflower. Great barrels of mead, cognac, and vodka were rolled in, and when the soldiers saw this, they broke out in cheers and laughter that lasted till dawn.
Pour us another round, you lovable Lyrian bastards!
For he's a jolly good fare. A jolly good dwarf.
Is that Reynard? Ah, cool.
There was food and drink enough for the dwarves of the pass, who, with Meave's men, raised tankards in hand and voices in song the night through. To see them sharing tales and playing cards, one would not believe that anywhere down the mountains, through woods and across plains, humans and dwarves might, for the softest slight, leap at each other, murder in their eyes.
Cool. Alright, let's look at this Gabor Plus. What's that done for us? Where are you, Gabor? There you go. Damage unit by 15 if it was destroyed. Okay, and play 2 trinket. Wow. That's really good. I like that now. Now, let me think about this. You know, I might drop out the Wagenberg. Because, well, I put it in and I just haven't found a need for it. So I'm also going to get rid of the War Wagon. Malcolm and Eliza. I don't know why it's on the not on the top row with the other trinkets when we start. Actually, yeah, that's. Let's also get rid of this Zoria Runestone. And what should we go for? Let's try something different, maybe. I think we've tried most of them, haven't we? That I don't really understand that one, so I'm probably not going to do that one. That could be pretty good. Why don't we boost the lowest ally by the power of the highest ally? Could be some good points in a pinch. Or we could go back to the randomness, the Elf and Onion Soup, I suppose. Draw two units and set the power to 1. I don't really see the benefit in that. You know, strengthen it by 10. Yeah, let's go back with the Elf and Onion Soup just for a bit. You know, a bit of randomness, why not? Anyone else I'm not too bothered about in here? No, I think we're okay. Yeah, could make another Pitfall Trap, I suppose, but I need some more wood, I think, so never mind. Alright, cool. Well, I'm really happy with how that played out. So, let's have a look then. So that's where we're going. So we stay up high, then work our way down. Rightio. Let's get to it. Gulbrat. Oh. My queen, this building houses the Bank of Clan Zigrin. The banker claims that should we invest now, in a few months' time, its worth will increase threefold. It sounds too good to be true. Should we invest anything? The possible gains are too great to squander. Well, that would be pretty much everything. Clan Zigrin. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Oh god, what have I done? Goodbye, resources. Where are my new markers? Okay, puzzle battle and point of interest up there. Okay. Oh, I hope that was a good decision. You better pay me back.
Curse of Blackbrook Vale's been undone! And by a human wench! Curse of Blackbrook Vale's been undone! And by a human...
I'd get up. I would, your majesty, but my arse is frozen to the ground. 4 Dwarfs Codex states it clear. If you're in a mine and something knocks, you'd do best not to knock back. Ever. 4 Dwarfs Codex states
Makes
it
sense.
clear.
Okay.
Riding past a mine, Meave noticed miners gathered around the entrance to a shaft. Frost had settled on their moustaches and beards, suggesting they had been there for some time. The Queen summoned Gabor and asked him to determine the reason for this sit-in. He returned after a few minutes and announced the most curious thing.
They're waiting for the knocking to stop.
Maeve's frown prompted Gabor to explain in greater detail.
According to our laws, dwarves can't go into a mine if there's knocking coming from inside. We're obliged to wait for the ruckus to quieten down.
Ah, yes. Our own miners share this superstition.
Reynard interjected.
They say the knocking is that of a treasurer gnome, a kind of mine ghost.
With all due respect, your miners are dimwits.
Gabor said, patting Reynard on the shoulder.
Knocking means an imminent and abrupt discharge of the potential pliable energy of rock formations. In other words, ye ken, a rock burst. Except usually it's all done in a day or two, whereas these lads have been waiting going on 2 weeks. Foreman's grown impatient. He'd like to send someone down the shaft, have him see what's at issue, but, well, the code forbids us from doing any sort.
Alright, let's
if
go
in this
mining.
manner I can gain favour among your brethren,
Sighed the Queen, dismounting.
so be it. I shall descend and see what the problem is.
The shaft was too narrow to fit an entire army. So Maeve and a small unit of men entered the mine, miners' lamps in hand, and hearts in their mouths. The rhythmic knocking coming from the bowels of the mountains, distorted and multiplied, was unnerving. Soon the company arrived at the place that seemed the source of the knocking. Gabor put his ear to the rock and listened for several moments in silence, then struck the wall with all his might. The wall crumbled with a crash, opening a passage into another corridor, from which sprang news.
Oh, singing a bit more, you know, urgency in your voice there. Not to worry. In the darkness of the abandoned mine shaft, it was impossible to discern who stood against Maeve's force. It was clear only that they were men, or at least something taken their form, imitating their voices. Knowing her sword was too large to thrust in its tight shaft, she threw it to the ground and reached for a dagger. Wait, isn't that the Lyrian thing? Alrighty. Okay, not a bad draw. That's Pathfinder. So I'm going to keep Reynard here, because now we can use the move in the 3 cards twice with Reynard. That's really nice. Let's swap that out. We don't need 3 Scythemen. Gascon, yeah, that could be nice. Alright, yeah, let's go for that. Hey.
Did you hear something? What was that?
Damage only by 7 if it was destroyed.
My
Boost
gnome
of
senses are
3.
telling me. Those definitely aren't ghosts.
So what are they?
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Ah,
Who goes there?
I
Drop
can...
your weapons!
Nay, you drop yours!
Wait a minute. Are they going to be Lyrians? I see you like a drink, do you? Okay, time for elf and onion soup. So forager, no, I'm not bothered about that. Mantelet. Mark an ally when it is destroyed, move it to hand instead of graveyard, then destroy self. Oh, interesting. Ah, but it's a trinket. Yeah, but not for now. Let's go Arbalest. We'll go here, and we'll go here, and we'll go here.
Who just grabbed me?
Oh, apologies, Maeve. I thought you were Reynard.
If this unit's power drops to 4 or less, shuffle it into your deck. Okay. I'm not too bothered about doing that. So let's get our Scytheman out.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Well, these two are going to prove quite annoying, aren't they? Alright, let's move there. Yeah, we'll do that now. We'll do that, and that. Yep. Okay, now I want to do some damage here. So we haven't got a fire guy, really. So how's going to be the best way to do this? Reynard, no. Strays could do damage by 5. Then I can also use the Scepter and Meave. Or I can use the Northern Wind. I think I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do... Alright, I already used that, didn't I? Then I'm going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to use our... Yeah. And I'm going to use that too.
Reynard, are we winning? I can't see a bloody thing.
What the hell is going on here? Let's get Reynard out now.
We must trust each other.
Okay, it's got that going again. That's good. Yeah, let's move them all. Okay, we got this.
Stop! Stop! We surrender!
Both sides were surprised. Both fought in the weak light of torches, nearly down on hands and knees. And the Queen emerged victorious, and as soon as she had returned her sword to its sheath, she asked the new prisoners a question that was on everyone's mind.
Who the devils are you?
The captives looked at her in disbelief, as if before them stood a ghost. Finally, one of them managed to choke out a response.
Your Highness, we're your subjects.
Meave recognized the accent at once. The men came from Rivia. But what were they doing so far from home? According to the prisoner's account, after the Nilfgaardians' invasion of their kingdom, terrible poverty. Seeking bread, some desperate inhabitants had gone to the mountains of Mahakam, engaging in wildcat mining in search of precious ores. Without asking the dwarves what they thought of this.
You know yourself, my queen,
explained one captured Riv.
They guard their treasure real jealous-like, don't care a whit about the suffering of others. They see us starving down in valley and don't lift a stubby finger.
Sadly, the Rivians had dug close to existing corridors. When Gabor destroyed the wall that stood between them and the dwarves, they were convinced they were being attacked by monsters, so they raised arms in self-defense.
Maeve! 'Tis a tough nut to again,
said Gabor.
But let's nae kid ourselves. These men are thieves, and we must hand them over to the Mahakaman Guard.
So they may do what? Sentence them to hard labor, or hang them at once?
Said Reynard, his usual calm shaken and his voice raised.
These are your subjects, Queen. They coveted their neighbors' goods, true, but only because they had nought themselves.
No, I'm not handing them over. They're my people. Yeah, sorry Gabor. Sorry Roog.
The foreman wished for the knocking to stop,
said the Queen.
and so it shall. As for you, Go back to Rivia, and tell all their queen shall soon return, leading an army.
The grateful Rivs quickly packed up their tools and left the mountain. Meve had no doubt Bruva Hoog would soon learn of the affair and would certainly not approve of her decision. Yet she preferred to face the Elder's wrath than send her subjects to a dwarven prison, or possibly to their death.
Yep, no qualms there.
Well, boys, a wee swig and we get back to work. Well, boys, a wee swig and we get back to work.
Okay, cool. So is that all that was up here? Yeah, alright. No.
The sound of approaching hoofbeats made Meve turn to see Reynard spurring on his panting horse, galloping at a breakneck speed towards her.
Ill tidings I bring, your grace.
Clearly. Glad tidings never arrive with such urgency.
Our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian messenger. He was traveling in disguise, and by night. When he realized his capture was imminent, he strove to destroy the letters he carried. We were able to salvage some, in parts.
Anything of interest?
Yes, there is, I fear. Still, you must listen. Consider your offer accepted. Direct Meve and her force to the agreed site. We await their arrival. Your reward shall be as agreed. Hail Keritsa.
A traitor. We might have expected as much. Nilfgaard has shown amply that it abides only by the rules it sets. Since they have not proved able to defeat me in the field, in open battle, they seek other means. I suppose the scroll bears no name.
It does not.
Have we any other leads or clues?
None, I fear, your majesty. We must be alert. Keep a keen eye on events as they unfold, and exercise great caution in forging new acquaintances.
Very well. Eyes wide open, all senses attuned. Yours in particular, Reynard.
Of course, my liege.
Oh man, who the hell's that gonna be now? What the? They've just gone from happy as Larry to pissed off. What the hell? Okay, there's a shrine there. Good. Don't you think that's a bit extreme, chaps? I mean... No, here we go. Let's at least get them back on par. Your Majesty, something dwells in this house, a beast with burning red eyes and frightening growl. Perhaps it guards something worth finding, but only a few brave souls would be able to fit inside. Not all might return. Well, it's got a piece of card, and I've got the chaps, so you're going in. That is that one, okay. Anything out here? Oh, there is. Lady, we've spotted gold down there among the debris. We can send a few soldiers to dig it up, but if the rope snaps, those rocks will serve as a final resting place. No, for 450 and a loss of morale, no, I'm not doing that. No freaking way. Okay, so we've got a puzzle battle over there. Can I get to this first? Okay, let's see what the deal is here. Snowball fight. Okay, Lyrian winters are mild. Frosts are rare, and snow, should any at all fall, melts the moment it lands. Yet Meve soldiers have now witnessed an expanse of the frosty powder blanket the peaks of Mahakam. They delighted in the harsh beauty of the frigid landscape. They were struck with an ingenious idea to pack snow into small orbs and hurl them at each other. Hilarity and hearty laughter ensued for minutes, that is, until a troll joined in their revelry. To their terror, he had brought rocks to a snowball fight. Do not let Meve die. Oh dear. Alright, this is a tricky one. So, every time there is more cards on one row than the other, a snowball. And whenever he throws a snowball, it's going to attack, damage everyone on that row by 2, and then move the 3 highest cards to the other side. So, for example, I play a Sideman here, and he won't attack because we're even. But if I play another one here, he will now attack this row. and move them up to this row. So it's the key is using the slingers at the right time and trying to match it up so we have even numbers of cards on each side. So now I'm going to play this scytheman here.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
And they're all back here. So now I'm going to play a slinger on the back row here and move all the scythemen up the top. So they're all up there now. Okay, then we're down to we've got 4 snowballs left. So now I'm going to play another scytheman here.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn roots are killing me.
Then I'm going to play a slinger here and attack all the ones that aren't Meave. Move them all down. Okay, now Meave's going to have to take another hit here. So we're going to put another scytheman on the bottom row.
A time to reap, a time to sow, a time to die.
Okay. So now I'm going to... So he's got 1 left. So now I'm going to play the slinger up the top here. And attack all the ones that aren't Meave, and that should see us through. He's going to take 2 out, but there'll still be more on the top row. And there we go. Whoa. I think there's enough to do that one, actually. Because when I was trying to figure it out, I did it... Well, got to the point where I could have done it in a slightly different way. I was like bouncing back and forth, so it had 3 cards on each row. And I got to the end of my cards and he still had some snowballs left, which I assume would have been a victory as well. I'm not sure. Let's just check this. Oh, we got a report. Okay. We accept your offer. Bring me even a company to the... Alright, yeah, to the agreed upon location. We shall await you there with the reward you seek. Hail Kazer. So what's new? I think we've got a new or upgraded card here, haven't we? Oh yeah, there we go. The Tainted Ale. Mark a unit and boost it by 10 after 3 turns. On turn start, destroy that unit and self. So I guess it means this card. So yeah, it could be interesting. I'm not too bothered about it at the moment though. Okay, so where are we? Oh, that was that price I didn't want to pay. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're heading into this. What is this, a volcano or something? Alright. But we're going to do that next time. Until then, take it easy.